They finally let me into my own live stream. Thank you for all you guys who was there before we started. The sabotage was there from the jump. We don't know why. We're only talking boxing. They don't want that. My goodness. Can we talk about boxing, please? Thank you. Jeez. UK, what's up? Manchester, Sheffield, what's up? Shouts out to all my homies in Leeds. What's going on, man? Let's get to some boxing, baby. Amir Khan has finally got the courage. He done ate his porridge, and he feels it now. He done been around Bud Crawford, and he said, you know what? I believe I could beat Kell Brook and stop him like you did. Ooh, wee. That boy. I'm so glad he feel that way. You don't know. You said typo. He got courage to go up against Kell. Kell been wanting this fight since the day they sparred. And Kell and Amir Khan knew what Kell Brook knows. You know what it feels like to be knocked completely out. Like sleep. Don't wake me. That's you. You know what that feel like. You know what that actual moment feels like. Multiple times in your career. Thanks to White Howard. Happy Hanukkah, Cito. All right. So multiple times in his career, he had felt the leather. He knows what time it is. He knows what he's in for. So there's no mistake here. There's no, well, maybe this, maybe that. No, you know what it is. You can't, at this point in the Khan's career, there's nothing new you can teach him under the sun. He's had Virgil Hunter in his corner, who's just a motivational speaker, until he realized there's no more motivation I could give this guy. Andre Ward was his fighter. You learned under him and saw his tutelage. And what does that do for you? So Terrence Crawford's the best fighter in the world. What's that going to do for you, Amir Khan? You can't take that in the ring. Terrence can't fight for you. He fought his fight against Khan and was holding his own. Now I want to see what you do. Because now you finally have taken that bait. Now I ain't going to believe it till he actually walk into the ring on fight night. But let me tell you guys about the stipulation in the contract. Because you got to read between the dotted lines. To make Khan feel comfortable, Kell Brook cannot come in the ring weighing more than 163 pounds on fight night. I don't know if any of you guys know about that, but that is the stipulation in the contract. The rehydration clause. And then, if he does come in overweight, he will be fined $100,000 per pound. He's over the limit. Yep. $100,000 per pound. Kell agreed. Because he's like, I just want to get you in the ring because I've been wanting to punch you for 20 some odd years. And it's true. He's been wanting to punch this guy for over 20 years. That's what it seemed like, 20 years. But it's been a long time. I remember talking to Kell Brook and interviewing Kell Brook back in 2008, 2009. I told everybody he was going to beat Sean Porter, and he did. I told people Kell Brook was going to be one of the greatest fighters in the welterweight division. And he would have beat Earl had he not went up to 160 pounds to campaign to fight Triple G. That's a fight he shouldn't have taken, but it was for the money. The money was too good. Why not? He put his undefeated record up there and went to challenge to be great. And what he did was show people that Triple G could be hurt and could be rocked. And once they saw Triple G can get hit like this, it took away the aura of invincibility. Ever since then, Triple G has been getting his brain scrambled. Guys was whacking him like it was nobody's business. The fear was gone. Kell took away everybody's fear of Triple G. He broke his orbital bone, and it did ruin his career. Because right after that fight, they wanted Errol to fight for the title. And Eddie Hearn told him, don't take the fight, just vacate the title and go to 154. Kell said, no, they're going to give me the fight in Sheffield, England. My hometown, I get to defend the title in my hometown. They were against it. He chose to do it anyway. And because he chose to do it anyway, he had to cut weight and basically had a weight loss camp. And Errol went straight to his body. Started banging at the body no matter what. And he was breaking Kell down with body shots. And Kell already went in with they did surgery on his orbital bone. It wasn't all the way healed. And it's more easy for the other side to crack, which happened in that fight. He ended up breaking the other orbital bone. So he couldn't see on the other side, and that's why the fight was stopped. Because he basically was fighting with one eye again. His vision was messed up due to that orbital bone being broken. So he broke it on both sides. Now, and he was able to hurt Errol in that fight a couple times. So, Amir Khan is what you would call a sharp puncher. He telegraphs a lot of his shot. He makes a lot of amateur mistakes. A lot of things that he had in the amateurs. I think he won the silver medal as an amateur. His speed and athleticism used to get him through. But now, Amir Khan is not that lightning fast guy he used to be when he first came out. He's fast, but not as fast as he used to be. Kell Brook is flat-footed, and he can counter him. It was more better for Amir Khan to fight 5 to 6 years ago than now. Now, he's a guy that's been knocked out numerous of times. He's a guy who knows, he feels the fear to start packing it in when he gets hit and get hurt. This is the guy he doesn't want to lose to. More than any fighter in the face of this planet, he doesn't want to lose at all. And I mean at all, to Kell Brook. This is his adversary in the UK. This is two towns going at it over who's better. So believe you me, he does not want to lose to Kell Brook. And he feels everything's in his favor. So, okay, everything's in your favor. But Kell's taking this fight not to go to the cards, Amir. That's a loss for him. He's looking to knock you out. He's getting dropped. He's going to get dropped by a right hand by Amir Khan. By Kell Brook. Amir Khan will get knocked out in this fight. I say in about round six he gets dropped. Well, it could come earlier, but I'm saying he might get up. But Kell is too strong physically. He's a harder puncher. He commits more to his punches than Amir Khan. Amir Khan is throwing punches off. He's basically trying to make contact. Amir Khan has a good left hook once he sits down and plants and commits. But once he starts feeling power, he starts getting antsy and herky-jerky and starts throwing punches and just trying to spin out and do things and techniques. And he's overthinking it because he's trying to protect himself from being knocked out. So when you take that approach, Amir Khan's not going to win. He's going to get knocked out. And I'm betting knockout. I'm not betting Kell Brook win. I'm betting Kell Brook by knockout on all the cards. He can run, he can hide, he can do anything he wants. Khan is not fast on his feet anymore. He don't have that bounce no more. And once those shots start to come, now you're going to be flat-footed with Kell Brook. Good luck. Good luck. Nobody's washed up. See, this is that. You remember when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Thomas the Hitman Hearns the second time? Both fighters, everybody thought were past their prime. Hagler had fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and that was basically the last Leonard performance that we was gonna see, right? That people were gonna hold up there and rave and talk about. So when he had the rematch with Tommy, they were way past their prime. This is about 10 years later, almost. Guys have been knocked out, they done lost. What happened is they slowed down and wasn't the same fighters they used to be. But they slowed down enough to give people an exciting fight. Probably more action in it than when they first fought. And the ebb and flow of the fight was the same way. So you might get the same thing here. I think both sides have slowed down enough to give you a fight that you probably wouldn't have gotten 5 years ago. Well, 5 years ago, about 10 years ago. Well, David Hay, I never was big on him. He was a guy that was there for show. The haymaker. Oh, and this dude was all for show. What's going to happen is Amir Khan has always kept his left hand low. Defense has always been a flaw of Amir Khan. Amir Khan is going to circle right into the right hand from Kell Brook because he throws the jab. He looks at his offense so much. He doesn't care or doesn't focus or know how to focus on defense to protect himself. He always gets off balance, and then when he brings his arm back, he doesn't bring his arm up high enough, and he exposes himself. Kell can catch it, loop a right hand over, catch Amir Khan on the chin. If Amir Khan gets hurt, it's all over. Khan is in a fight with himself. They did they face to face already, and I see it in Kell's face. And Amir Khan's like, I could tell you're nervous. He's not nervous. He just wants to knock you out. And I know that for a fact. I have been waiting for this fight for a very long time. And I've been waiting to tell all the Amir Khan fans out there, get ready, because your boy is going to sleep again. Man, how many times they gonna keep sabotaging the live stream? For what? Yeah, they screwing feed. It makes no sense. Kell is, the thing about it is Kell is a flat foot fighter, but he has reflexes. He's really good at pull counters, better than Khan. Khan is a active punch first type of individual. That's his style. He leans and puts too much weight on his front foot, throwing the jab. He doesn't throw that right. He can get countered. And now that he's more flat-footed, he doesn't move around the ring as much. He's just, it's like dangling in front of a shark. When Kell Brook hits that man, he's gonna feel it. He gonna feel it. Well, different for me. For me, it's a little different. Now, my problem has always been this. There are too many cooks in the kitchen. We'll discuss that at another time. Let's get into Teofimo Lopez versus what's his name, George Camboso, whatever. Man, that guy, that was a fight. That's Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner. This is a fight that he's going to regret for a long time. Timo fought that fight like an idiot. He came out too aggressive with no jab. You can't have no jab and try to do that. This guy is used to fighting and sparring with Manny Pacquiao. He's used to fighting aggressive fighters. He knew all he needed to do was to counter you. He said, all I can do is sit back, wait for this guy to come in and counter him. And that's what he did. He said, let me sit back. I'm going to wait till this fool throw his punch, and I'm going to counter him. I'm going to come over the top. He's aiming high for my head, trying to throw knockout punches. He's only going to tire himself out. He gets dropped. He gets up like good. Second round, the fight was more competitive than what people thought. People made it like Teofimo just got his head beat in all night. That's not what happened. Teofimo came back basically in round two because he had a good round one. He was winning it, but he was fighting a dumb fight winning the round. He was fighting a really dumb fight in the first round. Instead of letting the fight establish and come to himself to see what this person was actually doing, he's countering you. He took too many punches because he went out just with reckless abandon. So in the second round, he was upped in the ante because he got dropped. So he's coming in heavy. Boom, 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 boom. So while he's coming in heavy, he fought 3 straight rounds like this was a 6-round fight. And now George, who's been in these situations, know how to keep the tempo up and to keep you working by staying in your face. And now he's just countering you, just throwing enough to keep you throwing. So the more you throw, the more shots he got to counter you. So he's catching them with counters. Boom. Stiff jab. Pop. Overhand rights. Pop. They were landing. Tie up. Headbutts. Everything he could use in this fight. Turning them. Changing angles. Because he's more of a technical fighter. A counterpuncher. He'll throw a couple of shots to get you to react. And then he bop, bop, bop. Get his offense off. But when he come in, he can come in. But he got to have an opening, and he comes in behind the jab. That was the difference of the fight. Teofimo lost this fight. But it wasn't the slaughter everybody thought it was. I didn't agree with Bushy Eyebrows guy's scorecard. I think down the stretch, Teofimo ran out of gas. He got the knockdown in the 10th round, and then 11th and 12th, he had made a staged comeback because he was losing the middle rounds. Then he staged the comeback towards the end and gassed out. He got a knockdown in the 10th and made it a 10-8 round with the same punch. An overhand right. Put him. The body punches, everything was getting to Teofimo. Everything went into that knockdown. He didn't have enough to finish him. The knockdown just happened, and he was like thankful to get that. But at that point, there was no more gas in the tank. And 11th, the man wanted it, man. He went and got it. And then Camboso, he got it. He went in there and grabbed it. So I can't be mad moment was and said, this is it. This is for me. I'm coming to take it. And he took it. Can't do nothing but honor that. So, yeah, the Devin Haney fight. Now they talking about Devin Haney fighting Camboso for the unification. And now the dad is freaking out like, we should have stayed with Top Rank. Well, you know, when you get greedy, you make greedy decisions. You got greed. This is the results of your greed. Congratulations. They're letting LeBron play against the Clippers. Now, if they go ahead and do that, the NBA has definitely changed protocol. And there's going to be a lot to discuss. Because you didn't let a lot of other people sit down who said, what? Kevin Durant, who had already had it, been vaccinated, you put him out for contact tracing. And he had to sit out. So if LeBron James is playing, no, he ain't with Top Rank no more. He went with the Zone. He's a free agent. So now that he did that, that became the end of the situation. Me, I have no idea what everybody else looks at or how they look at it in those scenarios, but to be honest, I could just tell you how it is from this end. From this end, it's completely insanity. So, no one was even thinking like, from that angle, what y'all was talking about. It's completely different. Hey, what's up, buddy? All right, I want this one for sure. Can Devin beat him? Maybe, but I still think he might get Devin too. Devin will be more cautious. He'll be more cautious in his approach. So, yeah, his approach would be a lot. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm definitely taking that one.
A big one, $8.
Yeah. So don't you have a deal?
Deal? If you get two, I can make it one and shift.
Okay. I might want to get 3. So you got a deal for 3? You can make one like.
Yeah, I can make. I can print in a picture.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to check into that, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. But I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to make sure I addressed it. We'll talk about it. So when we get closer, we'll get more in depth to the fight and go from there. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know what they doing to my channel, man. They messing up all the streaming and everything. It's just a mess right now. So let me go ahead and get this fixed and get ready for the Bulls next game. I'm gonna try to go live for that, probably StreamYard. So we'll see what's going on.